guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today in the Ask SSM video series, got an email from a subscriber. This guy's probably around 30 years old, early 30s I'd say. He is a husband and father, married for a few years now. And he's writing in looking for advice as recently he's discovered that his wife is in no way, shape, or form the virtuous woman he once thought that she was, at least when he met her. You see, he's been watching my channel for a while, and he was really, let's just say, the videos got him thinking about the whole trust but verify thing. And upon doing some digging, found out that back in high school, she was about as traditional and full of values as a Tijuana donkey show. And now, he is now considering ending it with her, talking to a lawyer and all that, but wanted to know what I thought about the thing, what you guys thought. And this story really makes a point, guys. Like I say all the time, you really need to get to know your girl before you marry her. It's common sense, right? But so many guys check common sense at the door because they're in love, or she's beautiful, or they've never had any much attention from good-looking women, and now they are, and all common sense goes right out the door. You gotta spend years getting to know your girl, her family, her friends, what she's like during problems, because problems always happen in life, and really vetting her, because you have to nowadays given the world we're in. So I'm going to go through this, and hopefully you guys can, with me, help this guy see reality. And my smacking hand is ready because he's going to need it. So he says, hey SSM, I've been watching your channel for a few years now, and it's been great entertainment, and I never imagined I'd write in until a few days ago. He says, seriously, as far as I had been concerned, my marriage was a match made in heaven. Dude, there's no such thing. Let us start here with the basics. I met my wife, Jenny, that's her code name, 27 years old after college. I courted her for about a year and then married her since we both had traditional values, or so I thought, and I wanted to start a family. Smack! You married her? I mean, you courted her for about a year, then got married? Bro, is this the first girl to ever pay attention to you, to sleep with you? What was the rush? Okay, you wanted to start a family. You had some time. At least get to know her a little bit longer than about a year. That's insane. And you're learning why that's insane. Ay, ay, ay. Well, we had a wonderful and exciting love life. So it didn't take very long before we had our first daughter. Well, congratulations. You would think it was 1950 in my house. The house always smelled good like baked bread, breakfast was waiting for me before work, and dinner was waiting when I got home. So she's a stay-at-home mom. The house always was spotless, and frankly, thanks to her support, I excelled at work, leading to rapid promotions and raises. Before I knew it, I was bringing home over $175,000 a year. Bro, that's awesome. Good for you. The problem is that this 1950s June Cleaver facade is a facade. Well, fast forward a few days ago, when I heard you say like many times, trust but verify. Well, Jenny is the most loyal wife on earth, so I don't have to verify if she's cheating on me. Still, I didn't speculate on how that applies to past relationships, something I've always been a little suspicious about. Did you just say that you don't have to basically worry about her now? Smack, says every single guy that thought they were with the most amazing girl on earth and found out she wasn't so amazing. He says, you see, the one thing about Jenny is that she gets very wild in the bedroom, and it's great most of the time. But I had to wonder whatever gave her some of those ideas. Well, let's just say, for argument's sake, hypothetically, she actually was so pure like you thought she was until you. Well, she could have easily gotten ideas just looking at spicy videos online. I mean, that's not very hard. But to actually be good at those things, that takes experience. Not rocket science to figure that out. And other things don't quite add up. She looks like one of those old-time Victoria's Secret models, yet she has only ever kissed one guy before me. No, bro. And said she was saving herself for marriage. Okay, let's see if Jenny was saving herself for marriage. Yet on our honeymoon, it didn't feel like she was having her first time. Well, you ought to be able to tell, my friend, on the first time, if it was her first time. I don't need to elaborate here. Unless the other locations were not virgins, but that one part was. Who knows? which of course was a red flag even back then. With that in mind, I decided I need to verify a few things. About time, amigo. So I went to our storage unit where she kept her old electronics, books, and all that, as well as her high school diary. He says, "Oh man, SSM, you wouldn't believe what I found about my wife." Oh, do tell. We're all eagerly awaiting. Everybody has their popcorn ready. Well, for starters, the people who signed her high school yearbook wrote things like, "Hope you finally find the one, or at least remember his last name next time." And they called her Just the Tip Jen, because apparently after senior prom, she allowed the football team, or most of them, to put the tip in. Although this is not verified, I could chalk it up to high school rumors. A rumor you don't want to have about your wife. Remember, this is the virgin, Miss Pure and Wonderful. Well, that's not even the bad part. That's not the bad part, because when I switched on her old phone with the electronics I found, I saw things that no husband should ever see. Now, I don't want to sound racist, because I'm really not, but she has extremely gratuitous photos of acts with black dudes, and it made me feel quite insecure since they were endowed in ways I can't even mention. Well, that indeed seems to be the consensus. And no one was wearing protection. This is why, again, you don't rush the courtship and get married after like a year, or not even that, of getting with your girl. You barely knew her. You need to spend years. You said you've been watching my channel. Clearly you found my channel after you got married. Holy crap, dude. Now, some people might be saying at this point, this sounds like bull crap. This just is too out there. Nobody's this crazy. Nobody's this dumb. Guys, there are guys out there that are this clueless. And I'm willing to bet you it's a possibility that this guy, wasn't exactly quite rolling with the ladies when he was younger. Finally, there's really pretty girls paying attention to him, seemingly virtuous and traditional and all that, and the same values, and look what happened. Newsflash, a lot of women out there will be wild and crazy when they're teenagers in college, and then when they're ready to find the nice guy, put on the virtuous act, meet him at church or something, and the guy thinks he's got, an angel. So, that's why I'm covering this. Anything's possible. Well, dude, I'm sorry to hear that, but holy crap. I could go on, but I think you get the idea. My beautiful wife was basically carrying on like a professional SEX worker, and yet told me nothing about it aside from the one guy she kissed. I can't look at her the same way anymore, and I don't know what to do. I mean, I did ask my sister about the situation, and she said I was wrong for violating her privacy, and that it doesn't matter because it happened in the past. But somehow, I can't see it in that way. You went to your sister for advice? Smack! Have you been watching my channel? I would imagine you would remember parts where I told you, don't go to women and ask about advice about relationships and things like this. What do you think is going to happen? Right there. The past? So let's review. She lied to you to your face about the past. She engaged in activities that would make most people barf, and you can certainly question at this point, has she been cheating on you since you got together? The odds are probably. We can all question, do you have an STI you don't know about? Do you, is the daughter yours? I'm sorry to say that. I hope the daughter is yours. These are all reasonable questions. You have every right to do some homework on her. Once again, I don't know if trust but verify applies to the past, but that's my story. I'm going to meet with a lawyer to discuss my options. I certainly hope so. But I'm really conflicted because I don't think I'd ever find anybody as wonderful as Jenny when it comes to domestic life. Smack! Oh my God, man. Oh, so you want to stay with her in spite of all this because she's good at cooking bread? Baking bread in the fucking oven? Or using the 409 to keep the house, the baseboards clean? Are you kidding me? And not to mention, I have to pay some exorbitant alimony since her current lifestyle will be taken into consideration by the courts. Yes, you will. And that's why you should have spent years with her before you got to know her and done your homework on her. Do you think the yearbook or photos I found could be helpful in my divorce case somehow? Honestly, no, because it happened in the past. Probably the judge would be like, no. That will only help reinforce why you want to end it with her, but in terms of this happened a while ago. Thank you, SSM. I'm looking forward to seeing what you have to say and helping me as well as the guys in the situation. Okay, well, before I get into what I think you should do and everything, holy crap, dude. I'm sorry this happened to you. I really am, in spite of my wise-ass comments here. But you can't blame me, dude. I mean, really, again. So, guys, this is why years getting to know your girl, getting to know her family, getting to know her friends, getting to know what she's like, investigating. I don't see any guy in 2025 who's getting married doesn't hire a PI to do some homework, you know? I mean, think about it, guys. If somebody is going to rent you an apartment, or you're going to get a loan from a bank, or any type of thing that trust is required, they're going to do a background, they're going to do a credit check. So every guy needs to do a credit check on his girl before he gets married to her, and a background check. The way things are nowadays, seriously, man. But what's done is done, and so, yeah, absolutely, go to a lawyer, find out your options, and he might say, do some more digging, get me more evidence. Not about the past, but what's going on right now. Because you're gone away all day. Lord knows what fucking June Cleaver's doing. She could be baking the bread in the oven. Meanwhile, she's got Chad and Tyrone over and they're spit roasting her. You don't know. Then go to a doctor and find out if you have an STI. She could be cheating. Now, I know you don't want to hear this, but seriously. So, here's the thing. You don't want to get divorced. Do you really want to be married to her? Because, again, let me reiterate and go over a few things. Number one, she completely lied to you about her past and certainly didn't volunteer anything. You know, and whether you asked her or she volunteered about the kissing a guy, really you believe that's all she did, kiss a guy? Lied to your face. That then and there is an excuse to end it with her. Now you have to question, what else is she lying about? Seriously, she could be an OnlyFans chick for all you know. I'd be checking the bank account. And it's very hard to believe that stopped when she met you. It's very late. I mean, think about it. If she was the freaking high school bicycle back then, the freaking hot dog contest champion of high school, what do you mean? You actually think she stopped when she found you? I'm sure you're an amazing guy, but really, you know, is your daughter yours? I hope so. You obviously love the daughter, but you got to find out. STI, again, go to a doctor, find out, because if she's cheating on you, you can have one. And at the end of the day, do you really want to be married to a woman, not only lied to you, did all that, but was the high school, you know, sausage queen of Chicago? You don't want to be with someone like that. That's just disgusting. And are you going to get hit in the divorce? Yes. I don't know how long you've been married now. I'm guessing a few years, maybe 3 to 4, I'm piecing together. So it's not forever, but the likelihood is she's going to get the house. She's going to get majority custody. She's going to get the alimony, the child support, and all that. I don't know the extent of it, and it depends where you live. But perhaps I don't know if you live in an at-fault state or no-fault state. I hope you're in an at-fault state, because maybe you'll be able to find out she's cheating. But, bro, and here's the thing. Let's just say, for argument's sake, you talk to a lawyer, you find out your options, you get a PI, you do your digging, and you find out that, hey, thank the Lord, you know, that your daughter is yours. And I hope that. And you don't have an STI. And let's just say that, you know, she never cheated on you. That from the moment you met her, she's been as pure as the Virgin Mary before her first period. Well, even then, do you still want to be with a girl who lied to you about her past and did all that? So you really need to do some soul searching here, what you really want. Because, bro, I cannot see how that could be. And I don't care how great she cleans the house and cooks and all that and is great in the sack. It's not worth it. So, man, you got some work to do. And I'm sorry this happened to you. I really am. And again, guys, I'm sure some of you are going to say, this is a bunch of crap. Seems too crazy. Guys, this world is messed up. We're in Sodom and Gomorrah 2.0. I've been saying it since 2020 when I got on YouTube, and it's only getting worse. I had moments when it seemed like things were getting a little bit better, but no, things are just as effed up. It's just, honestly, it seems like they're disguising it a little bit better. I'm not seeing as many stories popping up about open relationships, open marriages, and stuff. I just think things are a little bit more in the down low. Nobody's talking about that as much anymore, but it's just as bad. So, man, good luck to you. Let me know how things go down the road. I really want to hear how things go, what you decided and all that. And again, I truly do hope that she has been cheating on you and hope that your daughter's yours and all that. But you never know. And at that point, then, you got a lot of work to do. And honestly, yes, you have to control the narrative. But I would certainly not go to your sister or your mom for advice. If you're going to talk to anybody, talk to somebody that you can really trust. A guy, but not a guy who's a freaking clueless simp. You don't need that. Someone that actually knows what they're talking about. And if not, well, then I guess you're going to have to keep sending in emails looking for advice from us, because we'll be a better service than people in your life. So we shall see. All right, guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And, guys, you got a good story to share or questions you have to ask me, send them my way, strongsuccessfulmail@gmail.com. And if it's a good one, I'll definitely cover it. And be sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.